We started as 3. At first, we survived, barely keeping death at bay. But we built from the land, a roof for shelter, a stockpile for storage, and a desk to plan our settlement.
As bandits and bears stirred in the trees, we crafted weapons and armor. To protect what we built, we fought and we won.
Soon we weren't just surviving, but thriving. Through bountiful harvests and freezing winters, thunderstorms and heat waves, our numbers grew. Everyone had their skills and their quirks, but there were jobs for all. We created a community, a beacon for divinity, a place to connect with the past, or earn some coin.
But we had to defend our success. We armed ourselves from everything from hammers to crossbows, traps to siege weapons. We honed ourselves into a force to be reckoned with.
We started as 3 and built our future.
Did I ever tell you the story of how this city came to be? Sit down, friend, and listen close. It's a tale worth hearing from me. It began as a patch of land, nothing more. But oh, how we built, brick by brick, field by field. We shaped this place. From the earth, we pulled not just walls, but a sanctuary. And we did not merely survive. We gathered in feast. We raised our voices to the heavens. We honored the old ways and forged new bonds as one. Yet life here bore its share of trials, against bandits, beasts, and betrayal. We held our ground. For every soul, for every inch, our courage knew no bounds. No blight could starve us, no fire consume us. Winter's icy hand sought to break us, yet still we endured. And now, we bask in what we've built. This is no longer a dream. This is our home.
Hi everyone, it's Vladimir here from Foxy Voxel. We've launched some major new updates for Going Medieval, which you can play right now in early access. Let's start with the really big change. Going Medieval is on fire. Even a small flame can catch fast and damage everything in its path, including people and animals, which can obtain burn wounds and spread the fire even more. Firefighter settlers can put out fire by stomping on it or throwing buckets of water. Settlers can gather water, construct a well, and collect water in barrels, which can then be burst open to create your very own medieval sprinkler system. Position archers near a brazier and they'll shoot fire arrows. Fire arrows have less power and precision than normal arrows, but they can spread carnage, especially if you use flammable oil as a trap. You can even use an alchemical recipe to unleash Greek fire, magic flames that burn when wet and can create, yep, you guessed it, even more fire. Going Medieval now has a prisoner system that will have a whole host of effects on your settlement. Capture defeated enemies and turn them into prisoners to use for mining, harvesting, building, and other labor. Keep them comfortable in captivity and you improve your chances of being able to recruit them into your settlement. Or just keep them locked away in cells. Be sure to assign a prison warden to watch them and make them work. Special traders may appear from time to time to barter in human lives and ransom them to their families afterwards. Prisoners are a great bargaining chip for diplomacy. Releasing prisoners can better the faction's relations to yours. Or you can also choose to execute your prisoners by having them hanged at the gallows. We don't judge. Elsewhere in Going Medieval, you'll find 3 new styles of structure: gates, tall gates, and portcullises, great for defense and convenience. But if they're damaged badly enough, the enemies will be able to force their way through, so they don't have much more advantage than regular old reinforced doors. But they make your castle look so much more medieval, and that's what we all want, right? Combat in Going Medieval has been improved in several ways. Soldiers with shields will raise them automatically in the direction of attackers. Archers can block melee attacks with their bow, and even use their bow like a staff in close combat. We've also added a bunch of new weapons to the game: throwing axes, light javelins, slings, and sling staffs. Unlike arrows, these new weapons can even damage buildings. You can build an archery range and training dummies to level combat skills. We know this is a really popular request from players who want to give their poor livestock a break from being used as target practice. The final new feature we want to mention is that Going Medieval now has modding support, so be sure to check out the Steam Workshop. This is only the first iteration of mod support, with even more coming in 2025. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to download all these major new updates for Going Medieval. If you'd like to keep up to date with the game, you can join our community on Discord, or follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and other social channels.
Plague had ravaged the British Isles. In its wake, it left a trail of destruction. And yet, at the end of all things, comes a new beginning. The survivors must rebuild our world. They will defy the forces of nature and overcome scarcity. And they will face those who would do them harm. Only you can help them change the course of history. together, you can stake a claim in this dangerous land. But you must have the vision and the strength to guide your people out of the dark and into a brave new medieval age.
Hi again everyone, it's Vladimir here from Foxy Voxel. We've just launched another new update for Going Medieval, which you can download now on Steam, Epic Game Store, and GOG. For this update, we've introduced a few novelties to the current event system in the game. There are also new settler roles, an overhaul to how job preference work, new features like negotiation, and more. You can be in charge of event creation for your settlement, as we are introducing feasts, sermons, and rituals to the game. Up until now, you were just waiting for events to come to your settlement, and not a lot of options beyond surviving them. That's about to change with these player-triggered events. Feast offers a straightforward way to kick off celebrations. Plan the event via a table in your designated Great Hall and meticulously organize every detail of the process, from the guest list to the menu. Choose to host feasts for settlers or entertain merchants and other NPCs to forge stronger alliances and negotiate more favorable trade terms. Or, for those who prefer a more nefarious approach, there's the option to serve spoiled or even human meat to unsuspecting guests, setting the stage for an ambush. Remember, the choice is yours. Post-celebration, you will receive a comprehensive summary detailing everything from guest count to feast's overall impact on morale. Other events will work similarly, but their participants and purposes differ. To maximize the effectiveness of these celebrations, you'll need dedicated people, and that's where new roles come into play. To further enrich these events, we're introducing roles: Bard, Chaplain, and Druid. Each brings a unique element to your settlement, from uplifting spirits at feasts, channeling raw energy, to providing solace in chapels. However, roles come with their own set of prerequisites, and not every settler is cut out for them. Balancing these new responsibilities with settlers' existing duties will be of key importance. Only one settler can be assigned per role, so choose carefully. Other settlements can apply these roles to their own people. Don't be surprised if a chaplain from another settlement comes to visit you. Maybe they can hold a sermon in your church as a sign of friendship between your respective settlements. The addition of roles not only enhances the dynamic within your own community, but also opens up avenues for deeper interactions and alliances with neighboring settlements. We wanted to make settlers stand out more among themselves, to let their personalities pop out. That is why we're giving them the ability to dislike things. Previously, some settlers had 1 or 2 yellow stars on their skill list, indicating their passion for these assignments. In this update, some of them will come with red stars too. These red stars signify disdain for the associated jobs, and settlers may experience negative mood effects if they undertake these tasks. When a settler assumes a certain role, they might develop a dislike for some jobs, marked by these red stars. Don't hold it against the bard if they consider cooking beneath them. The update also introduces the negotiation feature, allowing players to barter for the life of a settler threatened by outside forces. Maybe you don't want to turn over the runaways, but you also hate fighting, in which case negotiation might be your best option. Find a middle ground by giving some of your resources as alternate compensations. This ties into another new event type, extortion, where rival factions demand resources under threat of violence. These scenarios add layers of strategy and moral dilemma, challenging players to navigate the complexities of medieval diplomacy. Negotiations will evolve as we introduce new features to the game, like prisoners, but for now, this is a good starting point. But that's not all. We've also introduced new buildings, structure variations, and expanded research options, along with numerous tweaks and quality of life improvements to the game. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to download the new update for Going Medieval from today. If you'd like to keep up to date with the game, you can join our community on Discord, or follow us on Twitter.
Hi again everyone, it's Vladimir here from Foxy Voxel. We've just launched another new update for Going Medieval, which you can download now on Epic Game Store, Steam, and GOG. In this update, we've added water as a major new feature to the game environment, alongside fishing and other new content. Water is something we've wanted to add to Going Medieval for a while now, and we've been working hard to simulate it in a way that makes it feel natural within the existing game world. When you start a new play session, water will now appear on the map as rivers, lakes, and swamps. Water is simulated to flow throughout the environment and fill any space that's available. This means you can direct it somewhere by destroying any earth that's connected to a body of water. Be careful when terraforming though, as it's possible to drown settlers or even submerge a settlement in water. Your buildings won't be much use underwater, and plants will eventually die too. Water can also fall from raised areas, so if you lead it to a cliff edge, it will keep running and create a nice waterfall effect. Water has a volume value associated with it, which means that the water level will change depending on the amount of space it has to fill. For example, if it's flowing into a small space, like you can see here, you can expect the water level to remain high. But if you introduce it to a large space, then it will most likely drop as it spreads throughout the environment. Water levels can be high, low, or shallow. So if water is flowing into a large flat space, it will basically become a wide puddle. Don't worry, settlers and animals know how to swim. Settlers will only swim when necessary, as it will apply a wet effect to them that lowers their mood. In extreme cases, such as during the winter months, becoming wet can even give them hypothermia. You'll also need to make sure that the water level is high enough for them to get out, otherwise they can drown. Settlers can pick up any piles located beneath the water, and if needed, even fight enemies while swimming. It's not exactly graceful though. Introducing water to the game naturally means we now have fish too. These will regularly spawn in any rivers and lakes on the map. There are a few different kinds of fish, including pike, trout, and eels. These don't really behave like other animals in Going Medieval, but instead function as a resource. They will remain in one place and your settlers can catch them through fishing, allowing them to create new dishes to eat. We're sadly a few centuries too early for fish and chips though. While there are some risks from building your settlement near water, there are benefits too. Having fish nearby will guarantee a regular supply of food for your settlers, and rivers will act as a natural defense against invading barbarians. You can also build walls to contain water in a particular spot, and even use doors to release it on command, which might be useful in some situations. For example, if you build a pit with no exit and suddenly introduce water as an enemy enters it, then you'll have yourself a very deadly trap. That's just a suggestion though. There are likely other unique ways you can use water in Going Medieval, so we're looking forward to seeing how players take advantage of it when building their settlements. We think having the ability to make rivers and waterfalls will also create some cool new creative opportunities. Perhaps someone will make their own version of Venice in medieval Britain, or build an elegant waterfall palace for their settlers. We've also added a new water-themed map type. If you select Marsh when starting a new session, 50% of the map environment will be covered in water, and fish will be in abundance. This map type offers a pretty different type of game experience, as there won't be much land to use for agriculture, and you'll need to be more strategic when building too. Finally, we now have the water rat as a new animal variant, along with mallets, which appear in groups and can be hunted by your settlers. To complement the water theme of this update, we've also added willow trees and reeds, which can help you create a nice country river aesthetic for your settlement. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to download the new update for Going Medieval from today. If you'd like to keep up to date with the game, you can join our community on Discord or follow us on Twitter.